Chapter 4 deals with occupational safety and health. There is a National Safety, Health and Advisory Board which has been brought in. It is to be constituted by the central government. It will be a tripartite body having a tenure for 3 years. It will lay down policy, standard, rules and regulations. And also the code is promulgated formally after the assent by the President of India. We can expect a voluminous rules to be prescribed by Safety and Health Advisory Board, or maybe rules will be separate and separate health advisory boards rules will be coming separately, dovetail into the central government rules. So we will be expecting some more thing to come through. Now the similar board will also be constituted by the state. There will be technical committees which will assess them. Central government shall notify all these standards and whatever has been specified in the second schedule. The states can amend the central government notification, but with the prior approval of the center. They cannot do it just like shoot it off. There is a Constitution of Safety Committee, threshold of 50 for factory and BOC, 100 for mines for the purpose of appointment of safety officers. Next please. Chapter 5 deals with health and working conditions. So the employer has been made responsible for the health of working conditions and rules that will be provided by the central government in areas like ventilation, lighting, etc., etc. And the employer has to provide annual health examination. And test free of cost to such employees of such age or such class of employees or establishment that will be prescribed by the appropriate government. So this kind of annual health examination is there for the employees and also for the contract labor, which we will see it at a later point. Next, please. Chapter 6 deals with welfare provision. Employer made responsible for the provision of welfare facilities. Employer includes contractor, please remember it. Ambulance room, more than 500 workers, same as present. Restroom, more than 50 workers are employed. Separate room for transgenders, it is 150 presently. Welfare officers, 250 or more employed, at present it is 500. Then temporary living accommodation free of cost for construction workers where building and other construction work is done. That's also to be provided. Next, please. Chapter 7, hours of work and annual leave wages. Well, this has not changed much except a few. Same 8 hours of work has been specified. In the previous draft of 2019, that 8 hours work has not been specified. It is as specified by the government, central government. But maybe because of the parliamentary consultative committee has made an objection, they had to bring in this particular piece, 8 hours of work specifically into this with 6 days a week. It covers factories, mine, transport workers, working journalists, sales promotion employees, etc., etc., audiovisual workers, and so on. No overtime work from any worker subject to consent from the worker. That is one thing. If you are going to have people for the overtime, in the previous draft it is said you have to get prior consent in writing. Today there is no prior consent, it is only a consent, but not in writing. So it is generally is to be taken. You have some kind of a settlement, or you have some kind of a or you can seek consent by exception also by putting up a notice on the notice board. Now OT wages to be calculated on daily basis or weekly basis, but whichever is more favorable to the worker. This is what beats me. What is that more favorable to the worker? So we need to work out the thing on a daily basis, weekly basis, whichever is greater we have to pay it. Anyway, that we need to look into that as to what the rules are going to talk about. The total number of hours of OT also will be separately notified. Today, if somebody has worked for 240 days, he is eligible for earning the leave. Today, that has been reduced to 180 days. The previous draft said 90 days. All the employers, including me, raised big objection because that will promote absenteeism. So finally, midpoint they arrived at, it is neither 240 nor 90, now it is 180. Carry forward leave, same 30 days. And workers shall be entitled to demand encashment leave at the end of the calendar year and encash such leave exceeding 30 days.